Welcome, students. Today we will be dealing with the concept of correlation. Okay, so what is correlation? Correlation analysis measures the degree of closeness of relationship between two variables. So here we are considering two variables, only two variables. So correlation means it measures the degree of relationship between the variables. Okay, for example, height and weight, we should know if there is any relationship between the two variables. So it measures the degree of closeness of relationship. That's it, correlation. And how do we measure it? Okay, so now the question is, how will we measure this correlation? So this measurement of correlation is called as correlation coefficient. Correlation coefficient. So it gives us in one figure. So in one number we will be getting, the degree and direction of correlation between the two variables. Okay, so in one numerical, one number we can measure this correlation. How do we measure? By means of correlation coefficient. Okay, now what are the uses? So there are different uses of correlation. There are many uses of correlation. So it measures the degree of relationship that exists between where we are considering two variables. So that is why between two variables, it is useful in economic field and business. Okay, and with the help of correlation coefficient, we can estimate the future variables value. All those can be done. There are many uses of correlation. Okay, different uses. It measures, the important thing is, it measures the degree of relationship between the variables. Okay, and now coming to the types of correlation. What are the different types of correlation? We have positive correlation, negative correlation, and non-correlation. So what do you mean by positive correlation? If the variables, if we have two variables, x and y are two variables, if the variables vary in the same direction, then the correlation is said to be positive. Okay, for example, if increase in one results in increase in the other variable, for example, height and weight of group of students. Okay, height and weight. If height increases, weight also increases, then it is said to be positive correlation. If height decreases, weight also decreases, then it is said to be positive correlation. If they vary in the same direction, then positive. Okay, and now coming to the second one, this is negative correlation. Negative correlation, what it is? If the variables vary in different direction, if increase in one results in the decrease in the other, then it is said to be negative correlation. Okay, for example, what we can say, price and demand of a commodity. Okay, price and demand of a commodity. One increases, other one is decreasing. So it can be negative correlation. And then coming to the third one, non-correlation. What do you mean by that? If there is no relationship, if the variables do not show any relationship, if there is no relationship at all between the variables, then it is said to be of non-correlation. Sales of umbrella, sales of students' notebook, is there any relationship between the two? No. Okay. So basically, we are dividing it into three: positive, negative, and non-correlation. They vary in the same direction, positive. Vary in different direction. Increase in one results in decrease in the other, negative. And non-correlation means there will be no relationship at all between the variables. Okay. Now, coming to measurement of correlation, this is very important. So, how do we measure this? Okay, so when we have studied the uses of correlation, we told we can measure this correlation, okay, in one figure or one number. So, how do we measure it? Measurement of correlation. It's by Karl Pearson's coefficient. The first measurement, how do we measure it? By Karl Pearson's first one is Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation, which is a popular method widely used in calculating the correlation. It was given by Karl Pearson, okay, a person named Karl Pearson, and it is denoted as gamma. It is denoted as gamma. It's more Harvey will write notation. Karl Pearson's coefficient of correlation, widely used method for calculating the correlation coefficient. And the formula is given, right? We have a formula for gamma in order to calculate Karl Pearson's correlation coefficient. What's the formula? Gamma equal to this. Sigma xy by root of sigma x square into root of sigma y square. Okay. And what is here? It is small x, small y. So what is small x and what is small y? Small x is capital X minus x bar and y equal to capital Y minus y bar. Okay, so this is the formula for Pearson's coefficient of correlation. This is important. Calculating correlation coefficient. How to measure it? By using gamma. So how will we do this? Okay, so once we know the formula, we'll be able to do it. Find the correlation coefficient between sales and advertising expenditure for the following data. Okay, so here two variables are given to us. What are the variables? Sales and advertisement expenditure is given to you. So sales is given, advertisement expenditure is also given here. The values are given here. Okay, so now how will we deal with this? Okay, so now anyway we have the formula. We have the formula. This is our formula. This is a formula. Okay, so how to find this is small x y by root of sigma x square into root of sigma y square. This is a formula. Now before going to deal with the formula, so one we can take it as x, capital X. Okay, let sales be capital X and whatever given, advertisement expenditure be capital Y. Sales be X, advertisement expenditure be capital Y. Okay, now we have to find in our formula small x and small y, right? Small x and small y in the formula. So we have to find that. So how will we find? X is equal to capital X minus x bar is the formula written there. And y equal to capital Y minus y bar is a formula given. We have x and y. Okay, so now what is the first step we want? In order to find x and y, we want to find x anyway we know. X bar we have to find out. Okay, x bar equal to y bar equal to. So this both we need to find out. So now how will you find this x bar? X bar equal to, what is x bar? X bar is nothing but arithmetic mean. Okay, so 65 plus 66 plus all this you will be adding. Okay, so 65 plus x bar equal to 65 plus 66 plus all those numbers. Okay, don't put dash here. I'm using it dot dot. Plus till up to 71 plus 72, all those you have to write. Okay, 72 divided by what? Divided by how many observations are there? X bar equal to sigma x by n is the formula to find arithmetic mean. Yes or no? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So divided by 8. That is your x bar. And how to calculate y bar? Y bar, students? Y bar is 66 plus 67 plus this plus this plus this plus 68 divided by 8. Okay, so 66 plus all those. Okay, so we have to find x bar and y bar. So what is our y bar? Y bar is nothing but 66 plus 67 plus all those numbers you have to write. Don't put dot dot. Okay, plus 68 divided by 8. So what is our x bar value? X bar we will get as 69 and y bar is nothing but 68. Okay, so x bar is nothing but arithmetic mean. Y bar is also arithmetic mean. Add all the observations divided by number of observations will give you x bar and y bar. Okay, now we'll come to our problem. Okay, so now here we have x and y. What we want is small x. Small x is equal to x minus x bar. Okay, this is our formula. And y equal to capital Y minus y bar. Capital Y minus y bar. Okay, so we need to find small x and small y. First we will find small x and small y, then we will proceed. Okay, so now how to find x bar? Anyway we got. What is our x bar value? It is nothing but 69. Yes or no? Okay, x we have already here. All these are x values. So first one is nothing but 65 minus 69. So what it is? which is equal to -4. Don't forget to put minus sign. If minus sign is there, then put minus sign only and write. Okay. The next number, how to write? 66 minus 69. So what is 66 minus 69, students? Okay, minus 3. Don't forget to put minus and write like that. 60, next will be 67 minus 69. X bar is 69. We got no. Okay, so which is minus 2. 68 minus 69. Minus 1. 69 minus 69. 0. 70 minus 69. 1. 71 minus 69. 2 and 3. Okay. And y. What about our y value? Y is capital Y minus y bar. Our y bar is 68. So 68 minus 68 minus 2. 67 minus 68. 64 minus 68 minus 4. 67 minus 68 minus 1. 71 minus 68. 69 minus 68, 1. 70 minus 68, 2. 68 minus 68, 0. Okay, we got small x and small y. Okay, why we want small x and small y? Why we want it? Why? Because in the formula we have small x, small y. That is why we are doing all this. Okay, so we got small x, small y. Now come back to the formula. So whenever we are doing, write with the formula and then only proceed with the table. What and all are there in the formula that we will write in the table. Okay, that is how you have to remember. So here we have x, small x. Here we have y. So we got x, y. Now what we want is x into y is also asked. As or no, is also there in the formula. Okay. So what we want, x, y also we can find out. Okay. So x, y also. So better shall I write in the next, because here space is not there. I'll be writing there. Okay. So what all we have is capital X we had. Okay. Capital Y we had. Small x we had. I'm writing it because there, right, since I didn't have space, I'm writing it here. Okay, what are our x value? Sales value 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, and 72. This is whatever given in the question. Okay, that is your capital X. Don't take that the small x and proceed. You may go wrong. That is always, let sales be capital X and advertisement expenditure be what it was, capital Y. 67, then comes 71, then 69, then 70 and 68. Now small x we got already. I am writing it here. Okay, we have done all this. Minus 4, minus 3, minus 2. I am writing it again because since I didn't have space there, I am writing it here. And y equal to, we got this also already. Minus 2, minus 1, and minus 4, minus 1, 3, 1, 2, and 0. We got this. Okay, now how will we proceed the table? See the formula. See the formula and proceed the table. That usually I'll tell, right? So here in this formula we have xy. So we'll find xy. Then in the formula we have x square. In the formula we have y square. That also we need. So x into y. X into y means what is xy? Just the product. Minus 4 into, okay, minus 4 into minus 2. Minus into minus is always plus sign. Minus 3 into minus 1, 3. Minus 2 into minus 4, 8. Minus 1 into 1. 0 minus 1, that is minus into minus plus. 0 into something is always 0. 1 into 1 is 1. 2 into 2 is 4. And 3 into 0 is 0. Okay. Now in the formula we have small x square. So we will find that also. In the formula we have y square also. We will find that. So x square. So just square this. Minus 4 square means 16. Square of a number is always positive. It cannot be negative. Minus 3 into minus 3. 9, 4, 1, 0, 1, 4 and 9. Squaring this. Y square 4 minus 2 into minus 2, 4. Minus 1 into minus 1, 1. Minus 4 into minus 4, 16, 1. 9, 1, 4, and 1, 4, and 0. Okay. Now what we have to do? Go to the formula, see what and all are required. We will find out. Okay, what is our formula? Okay, come here. Sigma xy by root of sigma x square into root of sigma y square. We want the sigma xy, sigma x square, sigma y square. Okay, so we will find out that. Okay, so sigma xy. So how will we find sigma xy? Sigma xy means add all this and write here. That is your sigma xy. Okay, you will be getting that something, add and see whether you are getting it as 44. And sigma x square means add all this. I'm sorry, sigma xy is 25. Okay, and sigma xy is nothing but 25. Add all this. Okay, 8 plus all those if you add 3 plus 8 plus this plus this plus this. Sigma x square you add, what will you get? Sigma x square is 44. Check whether you are getting or not. Sigma y square, all this you add, write down, we will be getting this as 36. Okay, now everything we got here. Now what we have to do? We have to just put in the formula to calculate the correlation coefficient. That's it. Gamma equal to sigma xy, write down the formula, root of sigma x square into root of sigma y square. All right, which is equal to, what was our sigma xy, students? Sigma xy is nothing but 25. 25 by, so we'll be writing here 25 divided by root of 44 into root of 36. Okay, so take your calculator and you have to do this. 25 by square root of something. Okay, square root of 1584. Check whether you are getting or not. It is equal to 25 by 39.8. 39.8, which is equal to, you can use your normal calculators for an examination as well. Okay, 0.6281. 6281. You'll be getting this as your answer. 0.6281. 0.6281. So calculation, you have to be a little careful in doing. Numerator write separately, denominator write separately, divide, write the answer. Now, so we got our answer, right? 0.6281. Now we have to write the conclusion. Don't forget, right? So here it's not negative answer. If the answer is negative, we will say that as negative correlation exists between the variables. If your answer is positive, we will tell there exists positive correlation between the variables. So here, since our answer is plus sign only, right? Plus sign only. So it's positive correlation. So what will you write? Conclusion. What is your conclusion? There exists. Don't forget to write this after getting the answer of correlation coefficient. There exists what degree of positive? Positive degree correlation. Positive degree correlation between what are our variables? Sales and advertising expenditure, right? Advertising expenditure. Okay, there exists positive degree correlation. Why we have written positive? Why? Because its answer we got it as plus sign, right? That is why we have written there exists. If your answer was minus sign, then you would have written there exists negative degree correlation between sales and advertising expenditure. Okay. One more thing is important. If gamma, the positive, important letters. Okay, positive value of gamma indicates. Okay, positive value of gamma means answer is plus sign. Positive value of gamma indicates positive correlation. We say that positive correlation. If it is negative value of gamma is negative, we say that negative correlation. Negative correlation between the variables. And if gamma is exactly plus 1, if you are getting the answer as plus 1, then the correlation is said to be perfect positive. perfect positive correlation. Okay. And if gamma equal to -1, then correlation is said to be perfect negative. Gamma is -1, then perfect negative. Okay. And if gamma is 0, then there is no correlation. If our answer of gamma, we are getting correlation coefficient as 0, then we will say that there is no correlation that exists between the variables. Okay. So what all we have discussed? What is correlation? What are the uses of correlation? What are the different types of correlation? Positive, negative, non-correlation. And the measurement of correlation. Which method? First method is Karl-Pearson's correlation coefficient. Okay, in Karl-Pearson's correlation coefficient, what's the formula for it? And how to deal with the problem, how to do the problem based on the formula to find correlation coefficient. Okay, this is important. Gamma equal to formula. So while doing the problem, study the formula, write the formula, and then form the table. Whatever required in the formula, we have to form the table. Okay, so do accordingly and proceed to get the answer. Once if you get the answer, don't forget to write the conclusion. So how to write the conclusion? It is positive plus sign, positive correlation, minus sign, negative correlation. If answer is 0, no correlation. If exactly your answer is +1, perfect positive. Exactly your answer is -1, perfect negative. If you are getting the answer as 0.99, and what will be your conclusion? There exists higher degree positive correlation between the variables. Okay, 0.99 because it's nearing to 1. If your answer is -0.99, then you will say that there exists higher degree negative correlation between the variables. Okay, so interpretation or conclusion also you have to write. Okay, that's it. Thank you.